I write poems. I'm gonna be reading a few of them tonight to you, but I also was asked to tell you the story of why I started writing. And it is a generic story. It's like nothing special, like nothing like the stories that we've had so far. Nonetheless, a beautiful one, I think. So it's actually a girl, right? So like, I met this girl right in the beginning of high school. It's like how we met is not that important. No. It was a very, very like non-naughty thing. We were both volunteers in the Bulgarian Red Cross, if you want to know. So never mind. It's like time goes on. Like we sort of liked each other, like from the Bulgarian Red Cross thingy. Me being a gentleman, I used to send her home, like most of the nights when we had meetings. And we used to talk a lot, and we had this sort of I don't know, it's like connection would be too far of a stretch, but we enjoyed each other's company, yeah. And time went on. It's like fast forward a few years, and it's the end of in high school, right? Party, and it wasn't funny at all. Never mind. It's like. End of high school. I'm not sure how it works here in Germany. We have those exams by the end of high school. We have to take them. Basically, they mean whether like you did good in high school or not. We did it for jobs, university, or all that shit. Needless to say, it was very, very stressful. Very fucking stressful. And when they were all over, me and that guy, we decided to have a few beers. And we picked a very, very cool location in my hometown. Sorry. In my hometown, we have these old buildings. Like, it's very old, and it was supposed to be a hospital, but they just abandoned building it, like around the middle. But nevertheless, you can still go. It's forbidden, but there's no fence, no guards. So we went to the rooftop, and. So we had a few beers, we had fun, right? And we're going home, and it's, I'm not sure why I wasn't sleeping, it's like the middle of the night. And so I receive a text from this girl. She's like, would you like to read something? I didn't give you a backstory, but like, she's into literature, right? And I didn't really care much for literature, but if it was hers, I would read it. And so like, would you like to read something? Of course, I was yeah. And she wrote me this very sweet poem. Just give me a second. I didn't take the time to memorize them, so I'm gonna have to read them for you. So it's a translation. It's not the original one, but I tried to make it as sweet as the original is, and it is author approved. She liked it as well. So you sit on an edge and gales the beer, and the wind in your lap, just you being here. You sit high and free, atop of all harm, and looking at me, making me warm. And the scenery, the music, forever in my mind, those things we were doing. Giving our timeless endeavor such pleasant and marvelous flavor. And this day, this time, and both yours and both mine, just no one could steal. I'm so glad it's real. And you sit on an edge, up high in the air, and you're still with me. You're still there. It was a very sweet poem, and it's like cutting to the fucking chase. It is what inspired me to write. As I said, I wasn't very interested in it, but this put another perspective on it. For the first time, I got in my head the idea that you could write something to someone that would mean a lot. And I just wanted to write something sweet back. Something that would have the same punch, you know. And I wrote many because we've known each other for like so long. I wrote many, but this is one of the better ones that I wrote in English. So here you go. So, how nice the weather from outside is. Oh, by the way, sorry. No. Before I had to start, it's like I'm gonna have to like put in this this sad detail as well. We're not together anymore. I had to leave her to come here, which is sad. But we do keep in touch, and in about a month I'm gonna visit as well. Nevertheless, a sad poem coming your way. So how nice the weather from outside is when you're kept inside alone, just like how I want you. All the more when you've been gone. And I don't mourn you anymore, and I'm not sad, but I do miss you, all the more so bad. And I have met people who we've had fun too, but the more I'm around them, the more I think of you. Of how I love your hair, like I've seen no other blonde, just like how remaining in the shadow makes you long for sun. It is so, sadly, and it's foolish to confess, but all the more I like you, so much more I'm blessed. Goodbye and see you soon. I'll miss you. All the more for every time I didn't kiss you. Thank you. And you've got another minute from yours truly. I wrote another poem. It's like one that would end it on a higher note. So I'll be reading you this, and then I'll fuck off.
Do it!
Fuck yeah, I'll do it. You drink your gentle glass of wine and look at me, and shiver down my spine. You hint a kiss, I think I'll die. But you're in luck? I want to kiss you too. I also want to look at you, and you at me. And after that we both would reach and grab the hand of one another and be alone with just the other. And then perhaps I'd get you closer, maybe very close. Maybe you would feel my warmness and I'll feel yours. And then I'd kiss once more. The mouth, of course, good Lord. But this time around I'm touching more.
I gotta go.
So this time around I'm touching more. I'm grabbing that heart. Jeez, good Lord. And then we would embrace and all. And you would say, it was great and I had fun. But for some coffee won't you come? My yes, but my lady, there is something I need to confess. I'm coming not to drink your coffee, but oh God Almighty bless. I came to help you get undressed.
Sounds like Chaucer.
And this is offensive. It's a sin. So, why are you waiting? Come on in. And I would be in luck. Because this night we do some things just never mind. Let's just say you very much were kind. It's a gentle woman. And I a very hard man.
Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
Things really do happen when wine's by its end. Thank you very much.